Hello, friends. We are at the last day of my daily bliss for this summer. Next week, we'll be moving into my weekly Bliss Wednesday. So please tune in and subscribe because I imagine it's going to be a lot more difficult to remember one day a week than 5. But we are going to be continuing the weekend readings, and there will be one tomorrow as well. So be on the lookout for that. Again, it's best to subscribe, and if you notice, I've been putting a little subscribe annotation in the videos, so all you need to do is click. It's very easy. Nothing to think about, but I hope you've been enjoying, and I hope that you have enjoyed this daily dose of bliss. And again, I do look forward to any comments or suggestions if you want to see any changes. But we're going to stick to a pretty similar format. It's still going to be meditations weekly. There might be a little bit more discussion, a little bit more meat to the program, but if there's anything you want me to talk about, if there's any questions you have, I'm happy to answer them. Anything, any topic, metaphysical, spiritual, even if it's how do I get better sleep, and trust me, I'm working on that too for myself. But it has really been an honor and a pleasure this summer to spend for me, it's my evenings with you, and for you, probably some of your days. And I just look forward to bringing you so much more come the fall. Like I said, I have talked to our first author, and we should be doing the interview for October, and I'm very excited for that. And I'll be doing another book, just a regular book review, but it's for all books that are metaphysical. So if you have any favorites that you want me to review or read or talk about or discuss, think of it kind of like a little book club for us. Just post in the comments below and say, hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this book, or have you read this book? Trust me, I've got a to-read list a mile long, and I'm doing this just as much for myself as for you, because I really want to read these books. And there's some that I have read, and we're going to be starting with some of my old favorites to give me some time to read for future videos. So I'm going to start with books that I've already read and that I love, and they will be unbiased, but it's not so much about is it a good book or a bad book. It is, what is this book about? What is the purpose behind this book? What audience do I think it's best for, or what type of reader do I think will enjoy this book? So in terms of the book review, it's not really about good or bad. So if you're coming to it looking for that, it's not about that, because it's just like a song. It's very subjective. So one person can like something and another person can hate it. And I don't know about you, but if you've ever watched movie reviews, half the time the ones that the critics pan are the ones that I love. And the ones that I love, I'm looking at the movie going, why on earth was this so rated so high? So it is more about, what is the book about? What can you expect when you open it up to read it? What is the format? Oftentimes, especially with metaphysical books, it's not like sitting and reading a novel. There's such a wide variety. Sometimes they're how-to books. Sometimes they do read a little bit more like a story, and sometimes it's a mix of in between. And some of them are like mine, which they're more of a workbook. So again, if you have any suggestions, anything you want me to read or talk about, please comment, tell me either on Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube is best, because it's right under the video. Anyway, enough of my yabbering. I'm going to stray from the format, again, because this is our last one of the summer, and I'm going to, instead of doing a reading, talk about transitions, because for me, fall, and even though we're technically still in summer, this for me is my official start to the fall. I want to talk about transitions a little bit, and our meditation is going to be about making easy transitions, transitioning with ease and with grace. That is a term or a turn of phrase that my friend Donna from Soulful Awakenings often uses, is with ease and with grace. And I think it is such a beautiful way of putting it, because so often we struggle against change, and instead, if we just allowed and if we flowed, we would enjoy the process so much more. So as we transition from summer into fall, it is a bittersweet moment, because for many of you, you might be going on vacations. There might be a little more family time when kids are home more, or if you are in the education field, you might be home a little bit more, not much, but a little bit. And even if you're in business, a lot of times this is when people take their vacations. And we are in a time of light and joy and fun. And we are entering into the phase where the light is going to stay or start getting shorter. And the days will be getting shorter. And, you know, as we transition, some of the things to help you with that, especially if any of you have seasonal change issues with your mood, you know, make sure that you're having enough vitamin D. Make sure you're getting outside enough, even if it's cold. It's okay to bundle up and be outside. You know, it can help. Make sure you're in enough light. And do allow your body to adjust by going to sleep a little bit earlier. It'll help the natural rhythm of your body work better instead of fighting against the seasons. And if you feel inclined to hibernate and to go inward and stay close to home and hearth, don't fight it. A lot of people say, well, there must be something wrong with me. I just don't feel social right now. There's nothing wrong with that. Oftentimes, you know, the fall and the winter are a time of rest. They're a time of recouping. And maybe there's things that you can be productive and active in, but within the home, you know, or invite more people to you instead of going out if you do not feel so inclined to be outside, or well, not outside, but to be away from your home. Again, all sorts of things you can do to make the transition of seasons joyful. Start planning fun activities like going apple picking if you're out here in the Northeast. And you know, if you are in another part of the world where seasons are not really relevant or prevalent, because by the way, all the people who've been listening around the world, thank you. I've been looking at some of the hits where some of you are over in India, and I think there are people in Italy, and there's people really all over listening. So I thank you, and I'm very honored. Because it's so strange. We're here over in my little part of the woods. I oftentimes just am a little bit New England centric. So I apologize if you feel left out, especially in this particular conversation. But if you're in a part of the world where you don't experience seasonal changes, it might be strange to understand that for some people it does affect them. Because and really in all parts of the world there is a seasonal change. It just may not be as drastic, and in some parts it's very drastic. Like if you're up in the northern hemisphere or the extreme south, you'll have long periods of darkness or long periods of sunlight, and people who live in those parts of the world can certainly tell you that it can be a very big adjustment going from one to the other. And if you are from New England or from a part where there's seasons, and then you go to, say, beautiful sunny California where really the seasons are far more subtle, you might actually feel a little bit of out of sorts or depression. Even though you're in this beautiful, gorgeous location, suddenly you're not feeling the seasonal changes anymore, and it may feel a bit unnatural to you. And if you are, again, making these transitions, no matter what the transition is entailing, but especially seasonally, try to decorate for the seasons that remind you of home, that bring that normalcy to you. And again, incorporate the light or the dark going with the rhythm. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. But anyway, enough of this ramble. My daily bliss is very, very easy. It has been doing this wonderful show, which, well, I'm calling it wonderful, but really for me, it's the time has been wonderful, and I do hope that you enjoy it. I've been getting lots of wonderful comments and thank yous on Facebook from all the groups I've been sharing it in, and thank you guys for letting me share if you are listening in now. And those of you who have shared the videos, thank you. So again, you guys are my daily bliss. And it has been just a real journey. And to be perfectly honest, this was a test of discipline for me as well, because I'm the type of person that staying with a regular schedule is a challenge. And it's been, I kind of can't believe that I've done every single Monday through Friday from beginning of summer to end of summer, and it's really a little bit crazy. So again, thank you for being part of this, and any comments about future posts are absolutely welcome, and even stuff that you might like to see next summer too. Anyway, we're going to have a very brief meditation, and instead of a meditation, because I have been rather long-winded, this is going to be a few moments of centering, of grounding, of cleansing, and of opening, and that's how we're going to end, on just a very sweet, calm moment. So we will do a little meditation, but it'll be much shorter because you guys know I like to try to keep it under 15 minutes. We're going to go over, probably end up hitting about 17 today. So please take a seat, allow yourself to be comfortable. You may lay down if you so choose. I want you to picture beautiful, beautiful white light above the crown of your head. This is the light of the divine. With your next breath in, breathe this light all the way through your chakras. See the light going through all the organs of the body, all the tissue, through the hands, feet, even the hair, going deep into the core of the earth, connecting you from the divine into the earth, picturing yourself like a big, beautiful oak tree, with your branches rising up, connecting upward, and your roots stretching down, grounding and centering, picturing yourself being as strong and as steady as the tree, and picturing the seasons coming and going, starting with beautiful summer green, verdant leaves, moving into brown and golds as they change into fall, seeing them gently flow to the ground in a beautiful winter blanketed in snow. Then suddenly little leaf buds as spring comes around, and the tree, slowly greening, turns back into summer. Imagining yourself transitioning through the year as easily as the trees and the flowers and the animals, doing so with ease, with grace, with joy, seeing your chakras open and lit up from within, filled with your own light and the divine light, being perfectly connected and perfectly grounded, the mighty oak tree that you are. Seeing the leaves move and flex, and the branches flex in a big storm, but rooted so strong that you stay steady, both malleable and sturdy, reaching up and reaching down, glowing from the inside, touched by the light from the outside. You are a dynamic duo within yourself. You are strong and flexible, full of light and complexity, embracing all that you are, allowing the beautiful divine light and love to flow through every cell of your body, making you stronger, more vibrant, standing tall, no matter what the environment brings, weathering the change, because it is natural, and you change with it, and yet there is still constancy. You are still you. You see storms come and go, snow and rain, and sleet and wind and sun and dew. You are that tree, filled with life and potential. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a moment and stretch your arms and stretch your legs, feeling your body, bringing your breath back, and when you are ready, opening your eyes. Oh, friends, thank you for joining me. It has been such a pleasure. And again, please comment and leave your suggestions if you have any, again, for books or for things you'd like added in future shows come this fall. And I will see you tomorrow with the reading, and I will see you for our weekly Bliss on Wednesday. Make sure you click like and subscribe and share and all those wonderful things, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Love you all. Bye.